Imagine it's a hot summer day in Strasbourg, July 1518. The streets are bustling. Then, a woman named Frau Trophea steps out of her house. She doesn't walk. She doesn't run. She begins to dance. Not a joyful dance, but a frantic, relentless one. Her face is a mask of exhaustion, but her feet won't stop moving. At first, people stare. Maybe they laugh, thinking it's a strange joke, or she's had too much to drink. But she doesn't stop. She dances for hours, then for days. Her family is bewildered, then horrified. They try to stop her, but her body keeps jerking and twitching to a silent, maddening rhythm. Within a week, the scene gets even stranger. Dozens of others have joined her. Men, women, children, all caught in the same bizarre, unstoppable dance. They aren't dancing together. Each person is lost in their own private frenzy. Their clothes are torn. Their feet are bleeding, but they keep going. The city authorities are baffled. Is it a curse? A new kind of sickness? In a desperate attempt to control the chaos, they decide the dancers need to get it out of their system. So, they do something unbelievable. They clear out guild halls, set up a stage in the open market, and even hire musicians to play along. They think if they encourage the dancing, it will eventually burn itself out. But this only makes it worse. The music seems to fuel the fire, and more people are drawn into the hypnotic, deadly performance. The numbers swell to over 400 dancers. The streets of Strasbourg become a living nightmare. The dancers are no longer human. They are puppets, their strings pulled by an unseen master. They collapse from strokes, heart attacks, and sheer exhaustion. Their silent screams are lost in the shuffle of their own feet. Priests are brought in to perform exorcisms, but the invisible force is too strong. Medical experts of the time are equally useless. They blame it on hot blood in the brain and prescribe more dancing as the cure. Day after day, the macabre festival continues under the summer sun. The city is paralyzed by fear. People lock their doors, afraid to even look outside, terrified that the plague will claim them next. Then, as mysteriously as it began, it started to fade. By early September, the dancers began to slow down. One by one, they collapsed, finally released from the terrible trance. The survivors were left weak, confused, and with no memory of what had driven them to dance themselves to the brink of death. So what caused the dancing plague of 1518? To this day, no one knows for sure. Some historians suggest it was a case of mass psychogenic illness, or mass hysteria, triggered by years of famine and disease. The stress just became too much for the people's minds to handle. Another theory points to ergot, a toxic mold that grows on rye bread. This fungus can cause hallucinations and violent muscle spasms, which could look a lot like frantic dancing. But neither theory fully explains what happened. How could hysteria be so contagious and so deadly? If it was poison, why did it only affect some people? And why did it stop so suddenly? The dancing plague remains one of history's most terrifying and unsolved mysteries. A chilling reminder that sometimes the greatest horrors aren't monsters or ghosts, but the unexplained forces that can take control of our own bodies. What do you think happened? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoy a good mystery, make sure to subscribe.